right, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, former Pirate reliever Danny Beal. Danny, how you doing, man?
Doing good, J Bone. What's up, man?
Nothing much. Hornets win last night. Looking forward to Sunday. Looking forward to this playoff run. We'll talk about that in a moment, but want to start with ECU Baseball. First road conference series of the year going down to San Antonio for UTSA. Before we get into the actual game, just tell us your thoughts of play. Did you ever play UTSA? Were they in the conference when you were here?
Last year we played them. We played them at UTSA, but that was the only time we ever played them. We played them 3 games, obviously, and then we never got a chance to play them in the conference tournament because they got bounced before they
Yeah.
could play us. But yeah, we did play them. They're a good team, man.
Yeah. Do you remember it being a trash ballpark? Because I talked to Dan Nerdall. He covers UTSA baseball, and even he was like, "Yeah, this place sucks."
No, I mean, you play places in college baseball, and some are great, some are iffy. I mean, I'm not gonna like say anything bad about them. I mean, sure, it could be better. I remember when, like early in the season, when they were doing really well on social media, a bunch of the guys that cover college baseball were talking about them hosting a regional and them having to like host it like the Alamo Dome or something crazy like that.
Jesus.
But no, I mean they're a good team. They're coached at a high level. I know that when we played them my last year in 24, they took 2 out of 3 from us. So they're a good team. They can normally really swing it. So they're gonna have their work cut out for them this weekend.
Yeah, even at 18-7, they've lost their Friday night starter first game. I think 25 pitches in, but now the Pirates are dealing with pitching injuries as well. What are you looking at this weekend when it comes to Saturday, Sunday with Van Kempen and Weber being out?
No, I mean they've said it in terms of the coaching staff has said it early in the season. Like this is the deepest pitching staff they've had in terms of guys being able to start at a high level. So I'm not really worried necessarily about the pitching or the offense. I mean they put up 8 runs on Tuesday, an unfortunate way to end the game, but like I mean they're coached really well. I know I've said it a bunch, and I'll keep saying it. Like they're going to be fine. It's a tough matchup, but it's a good test for them early in the year because that is a tough place to play. The crowd is not great. You know, you're gonna have to create your own energy.
Yeah.
I remember when we played there, it's a tough environment in terms of the heat. Obviously, now it being tail end of March, it's going to be getting hotter there, and you're going to have your work cut out for you because they are a really good team, as I said. So
It's been 2 weeks since we last talked to you, and it hasn't been 2 weeks. And so, just what have you thought during that period, the UAB series, the Duke game this past Tuesday, about this team?
they're gonna. I said it again. They're going to be fine. You go through ebbs and flows as the great teams that hosted regionals and won regionals and went to super regionals did. Like you're going to go through spurts of losses, and that's okay. It's how you rebound from them, I think. And I think that locker room being as close as they are, from what Coach G has said in the media, I think they're going to be fine. I think they've got a good leadership core of guys that have been there and seen winning with with Walker, Seawall, Norby on the pitching side. I think they've got guys there that know what success looks like. As long as they can stay together, which I have no doubt that they will, but as long as they can stay together and stay connected and not give up on the season or on each other, they're going to be fine. They're going to compete for a conference championship, and as you saw last year, anything can happen in Clearwater. So they pick it up towards the end of the year. They'll be in hopefully be in regional hosting territory if they take care of business.
Absolutely. Now, this is just me assuming. Wasn't able to ask on Tuesday, but I'm just assuming Ryan Towers and Brett Tolik are probably the starters this year. Not this year, this weekend. They were supposed to be weekend starters last year. And Ryan Towers has looked good as the season's gone on. He's gotten more comfortable in those long stretches. But Brett Tolik has been kind of inconsistent with his starts. What have you seen from them?
Their expectations are worthy. I think the fact that people were really expecting a lot out of them is because they're insanely talented, and AK has worked really hard with them to develop their stuff and turn them into great pitchers. And I think they will go back to their winning ways. I don't think it's anything to worry about. I know Pirate fans are freaking out, but I don't think it's anything to fret about. Like this group as in totality is very athletic and very physical. Like this is the first time that, and I said it to you guys and people before, like you look in the pitching staff, like they're all 6'5" and throw 95. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy how insanely physical they are. And AK's done a great job recruiting. So I don't think it's anything to worry about. They are and do have the talent. Um, So they're going to figure it out. They're, like I said, their coaching's good enough, and then they're going to figure it out. So there's nothing to worry about. They'll regress to the mean in terms of getting back to their winning ways soon. So
Zach Kaplan said yesterday. Now, this is Zach Kaplan saying this, so I mean, let's not put too much weight into it. But he said with these injuries to Van Kempen and Weber, it kind of puts more pressure on Ethan Norby. Like, hey, we're not too sure what we got going into the weekend. We have to get this Friday game. Do you agree? And obviously, Norby is built for moments like this. But do you agree with that?
no,
Okay.
to put it shortly, I don't think it's any added pressure because it's March. I don't think it'd be any added pressure, to be quite honest with you, if it was May. And if
Yeah.
there is, in his mind, it's a privilege to be in this position and to be the Friday guy for a team that is so stored and has obviously the expectation that they have. But there's no pressure and obviously there's pressure to win because it's East Carolina. But just because people go down, it doesn't mean that you have to look at your start any differently. It's the same old, like, you put more pressure on yourself. You try to do more. You try to like throw harder. Like it doesn't end well for anybody. So as long as he can keep himself grounded, and the coaching staff's going to help everybody, not just the pitchers, do that. Obviously, it's easy to say that the pitchers will put more pressure on themselves with injuries and stuff. But Norby's going to be fine. He's got a good head on his shoulders. I just think if they can stay grounded and not try to make the moment or the season or the game or the pitch bigger than it is, they're going to be fine.
Danny Beal joining us on the show. Danny, you're now in Charlotte, working for the Charlotte Knights, correct?
Yep.
Show the people your view right now.
This is what we got. It's opening day for the Charlotte Knights today, playing the Durham Bulls. Should be fun. Got a lot of partners coming in to watch the game tonight. Got some guys warming up already. Couple guys that we, I guess, played against. Jacob Gonzalez is on the roster from Ole Miss. Hagen Smith, who was the White Sox first round pick a couple years ago from Arkansas. So there's gonna be a lot of talent here. Obviously, the Bulls have always been perennially pretty good. So excited to watch tonight and see what the AAA squads have to offer.
Being in Charlotte, you got to feel the buzz. I mean, the best
Jeez,
team
dude.
in the NBA is in the heart of Charlotte. So, how's it feeling right now?
Annoying. I've always said for a long time I hate North Carolina sport fans. Like, I don't like the Hurricane, Panther, Hornets fans solely because like they won their NBA Finals last night. Again, an end of the season game in March against like the fourth place team in the East. Like, let's have the parade, let's hang the banner. Like, it's just crazy to me how, like, I get it. You guys, I mean, the Hornets haven't played a meaningful game in May in like 10 years, so they're going to celebrate any win they get, and it's just the Kings of the East come to town Sunday, and the Boston Celtics, and I will, if they lay the hammer like they did in Boston a couple weeks ago, I will tip my cap. But until they do anything in March, or not in March, rather in the playoffs, I'm not going to give you guys your flowers just because you got the fans collectively are just so painfully annoying.
Well, I don't want the flowers yet. I mean, what is the 9 seed? But I mean,
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
believe.
saying.
I have believed. I've been on this train since the beginning. If you
I
want to
agree.
call anybody annoying and hate anybody, hate Clip Brock, who just
Yeah.
bought FanDuel Sports Network a week ago. So, yeah,
I get frustrated. I mean, it started back in 2015 when the Panthers went to the Super Bowl, where all of a sudden there's Panther fans that have never watched football. Same thing with the Hurricanes. Whenever June and July roll around, it's like, I love hockey. I've watched all. You're like, no, you haven't. The Hornets were awful, like 15 games below 500 consistently in 2025, and now 2020, like in terms of the year, like end of the year towards Christmas. Now they're playing well. It's like, let's go. It's like, no, you haven't been there all year, and now you might be different. But everybody that's running their mouth to me right now in my office is hopping on the bandwagon right now, which is
I
annoying.
I think three people can say like, "Hey, I deserve this. I can gloat all I want." It's myself, Jake Hunter, and Bill Simmons. I think that is where you draw the line.
Jake Hunter, 100%. I was on Facetime with him the other day, and he was giving it to me deservedly so after the Celtics got their doors blown off. But it was Jake Hunter was a Hornets fan when he got on campus in 2021, and that's when it was really bad. So credit to him.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's just great to be here. Got the Celtics on Sunday. You're gonna be at that game.
In the building, boots on the ground.
How's Jason Tatum looking? I know Jalen Brown's an MVP candidate, but how has he been looking since coming back from the ACL or Achilles injury?
He's been fine. He's low key. He's been like a walking triple double kind of. Like, he's not scoring a ton of points at like a super high clip, but he's filling up the stat sheet, which has been fun to watch. He's not trying to take over. in terms of like, hey, give me the ball, I'm just going to ISO, which is kind of what he did last year, but it worked because he was so effective. But he's kind of just been not necessarily a role player. I hate the way that I put that, but he's been a guy that's, hey, I'm coming back from injury. I'm not going to ball hog again. I'm going to feed the guys that have been here and are in a rhythm. And he's been great. But JB, man, I know he just got actually ruled out for their game tonight. But gosh, he should, and I think will win MVP. I know SGA and Joker are insane, but like be able to carry the load the way he has this year, and the expectations going into the season were like they might make the playoffs, and they're the 2 seed, maybe even the 1 seed. I haven't checked lately, but they are incredible, and he is a stud.
Danny Beal joining us. We'll talk more ECU UTSA in a moment, but how have the Patriots done in free agency, and what are you looking for here in the draft?
A lot. I'm proud of the way that I worry that they've made a lot of Belichickian moves in terms of like getting rid of guys where I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But it's also Vrabel, so he's been around, and I trust him to make the right calls in terms of letting guys go and bringing guys in. I know we signed a good offensive lineman from I believe the Jets, maybe. But they've done good, and I saw Drake at the or not, I didn't see Drake, but I saw on social media Drake at the Hornets game last night, and he looks great, and I'm just happy that I hope that they can recreate that success. I saw on Pat McAfee's show that they're supposed to be there. I think they're projected second in the East, obviously behind the Bills. I think they're plus 145 to win the division, which is expected. But I fear that I'm never going to get to recreate that playoff run last year solely because their schedule next year is like insane, which is scary, I guess, to put it lightly. But they're either way. Drake at the helm, Vrabel in charge. I think we'll be in good shape.
If you want to recreate that feeling you had this past season with the playoff run and everything, just go ahead and jump on the Raiders train because we're coming, baby.
Dude, it's like the fourth year in a row we've done this. You got to stop. You got to learn eventually, right?
No,
No, okay, all right.
that's the
Well, hey,
point of being a
self-admitted.
fan.
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
delusional. I mean,
for sure.
people have told me to give up on the Hornets forever, and look at us now, 23-6 in 2026. Come on.
Well, according to Orlovsky, you guys are going to draft Ty Simpson.
Well, look, Dan Orlovsky doesn't know his ass from I don't know. That guy sucks. You have
Yeah,
Troy Aikman and Alex Smith working for ESPN. It's like, let's hear what Dan Orlovsky has to say.
yeah. I that take was kind of crazy, and Pat called him out on it on the show the other day. But no, Fernando will be good. I think the head coach is a really good hire. Obviously, it was way better than the Pete Carroll fiasco. But I did see a couple days ago that Brady said he wanted to come out of retirement. The NFL said, "Dude, kick rocks." So that would have been cool for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, hey, we need somebody to mentor Fernando. I'd rather have Brady than Kirk Cousins.
You look good in the flag football game.
Yeah, dude was throwing dimes.
He could play football at age like 65. I'm convinced. He's so good.
The greatest of all time. Danny, who do you have in your final four and winning the whole thing?
I did have Illinois in it, so that was
Okay.
really cool. I had them actually beating Florida. Now the fact that they have to play Iowa, I know Iowa's playing well, but Illinois is pretty cool. My final four is actually still alive. I had Duke, Illinois, Zona, and Michigan. So kind of chalky, but has worked out so far. Besides that, my bracket has been god awful.
Yeah.
So, but my final four is still alive. Very pleased with that. I do think, sadly, that Duke is going to get healthy down the stretch and they're going to pull it off. Just because I think Arizona and Michigan, if they get there, are just going to beat the crap out of each other. It would be a heck of a story if Purdue went and with those seniors won in Indy. But I really don't like Purdue solely because of the 15 seventh year seniors that they have. Um, but no, I hope Illinois wins. I hope they pull it off, but we'll see.
Danny Beal joining us. Danny, before we let you go, let's get your final thoughts on the first road conference series of the year for East Carolina.
Pirates sweep.
Pirate sweep.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, I'll take it. Danny Beal, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll catch you later down the road, man.
Thanks, guys.